Territory from 2007 to 2015. The House notes that land measuring about 10,000 square meters within the Federal Capital Territory are vested and administered by the Federal Capital Territory Administration. Aware that all developed land in the FCT passes through legal process which involve various departments of Federal Capital Territory Administration before interests thereon developed to citizens for their private uses. Disturbed that a number of allocation of plots of land in the FCT do not follow due process and consequently alter the master plan of FCT, therefore jeopardizing the concept of having a world-class city. What is that? In the allocation process, the original owners of land in FCT, particularly those that gave up their ancestral lands, were denied any benefit and their communities remain underdeveloped. Those creating slums within the city, an example of which is the Jabi village, situated in the heart of high-brow, low-density layout within the city. The House resolved to mandate the Committee on Federal Capital Territory to, number one, review all land allocation in the Federal Capital Territory from 2007 to 2015 to ascertain whether due process was followed in the allocations. Two, ensure the payment of prescribed fees where it is established that due process was not followed in such allocation, and payments thereof be used to develop slums within the FCT. Three, recommend the prosecution of FCT officers found culpable in the breach of such procedures and report back to the House within 8 weeks for further legislative action. I so move, Mr. Speaker. That investigative motion, which the House will recall that the concept of Abuja came into being in 1975 when the then military government saddled the responsibility of looking into the possibility of having Lagos as remaining as the federal capital of Nigeria was given to the mandated Justice Aguda to advise the then federal government either Lagos would remain as the federal capital of Nigeria, which the committee advised the government that there is need of taking away the federal capital from Lagos due to certain reasons, which I think they found Abuja's most suitable for that job. Mr. Speaker, in 1976, the then military government awarded the contract of planning Abuja to a company known as IPA, International Planners Associates, which they delivered their report to the military government, and in 1976, the then military government approved the transferring of federal capital from Lagos to Abuja. Mr. Speaker, from 2003 to 2015, we had witnessed a huge number of migration from other cities of Nigeria to Abuja. But sad enough, without due respect to the master plan of Abuja. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, between 2004 to 2007, the concept of mass housing emerged, but the concept of the land was allocated to individuals without due process, in which at the tail end, Mr. Speaker, today we are having cities with mass housing, plots, empty plots, because, Mr. Speaker, in one of the findings of one committee formed by the then Minister of Abuja between 2004 to 2007, to 2010, over 10,000 plots of land were allocated, but only 400 were developed. That is to say, only 2.8% of the land allocated in 4 years was developed. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, today, many of you can bear me witness. Here in Abuja, we have areas whereby the natives cannot even access their ancestral home because mass housing plots were allocated to individuals who are yet to develop, and even those who develop, they push all the water, the drain water, into the native environment. Mr. Speaker, in view of that, at the House of the People, we feel there is need for this House to investigate the process of allocating such land between 2007 to 2015 and ascertain either due process was followed, or there are interest was established, or to find out either due process was followed, or maybe some individual use their office to benefit their loved ones. That's the essence of this motion, Mr. Speaker, and I hope the committee will do justice to Nigerian to make Abuja a city whereby everybody will be proud to live in. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it.